If it bleeds, we can kill it. What's up, fams? Welcome back to my channel today. Today I actually have a cool little review for you guys. So as you guys can see, yep. If you guys can see my shirt, you guys pretty know what, you guys should know which one I'm talking about. So today we'll be discussing the classic Predator. Coming up right now, if you guys enjoy the show. All right, quiet on set. Scene 1, take 1. Action. Now, before I start with the video, make sure if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, make sure you share with your friends, and please hit that bell for notifications because it really helps the channel a lot. Predator was directed by John McTiernan. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke, and Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator. So the story goes that Arnold Schwarzenegger plays this character named Dutch, who is sent to the Colombian jungles to do what he thinks is a rescue team. So a group of communist Russians are in Colombian camps. So Carl Weathers, Dylan, sends him and his rescue team. He has a squad to then go over and raid the Colombian camp because they think it's a rescue mission. But when Dutch finds out that it's actually, they were hired to assassinate these communist soldiers because they were trying to do something in the Colombian jungles. Since Dutch believes that his team are rescuers, not assassins, he is pissed off about that. But they find this character named Anna, who they just take as hostage, and that's where actually the film becomes a different whole thing. A different beast, as I like to call it. They are actually getting stalked by this alien hunter creature who is invincible for most of the time, and each of them is getting killed one by one. It's a little hunter's game for this creature. This creature also known as a Yautja, so yeah. So let's just get on with the video. If I have any negative things to say about it as well, there's no negatives. So let's get on to what I really love about the movie. What I love is that in the beginning of the movie, well, in the film, actually, I forgot to mention, the film starts with a spaceship launching a missile sort of pod thing into the earth. And we all know, since the film also fades open to a Colombian jungle, that's where we know the ship has crashed. What I love about this film is that it actually starts off as a classic cliche and I gotta say satirical action movie filled with explosions, and anybody's barely has a scratch. Even freaking Jesse the Body Ventura's character has a bullet wound in his shoulder or arm, and then the character Pancho looks at him like, "Hey, you're bleeding, man." "I ain't got time to bleed." Oh. Okay, I just love that, you know, even if they get hit once or twice, that's not stopping them. Explosions, gun brutality, all that good shit that you get in a classic 80s action movie. But as their mission is pretty much accomplished, it becomes a horror film. It's still an action thriller, but it becomes more of a thriller film. Sci-fi too, how they're getting stalked down by the Yautja that's just taking them one by one. He doesn't go full-blown force, which in my opinion he kind of can with the weaponry that he has, but he likes to play with his game. He wants to know if his game is with it, because that's what Yautjas are. They hunt for sport. Especially they would kill those who are armed because, well, they know that they have probably some fighting skill. I mean, there's a scene where Anna tries to pick up the gun and then freaking Dutch kicks out. I was like, "No, leave it. Leave kill it because you're unarmed. There's no sport in it." Sorry if I'm doing this terrible Arnold impersonation, so yeah. But I also love just the setting in the jungle. Actually, it was shot in Mexico, but it's this nice jungle that you know that anything can happen, because jungles are pretty dangerous and anything can happen. You could die or live, or well, get killed by a Yautja. And I just love how the Yautja uses its environment just to stalk everybody. Even if it's invisible, it still uses it environments in the trees just to blend in well, so that, because even if it's visible, you can kind of see the silhouette looking image that he has. And Billy knows, the character Billy, who's a Native American character, he just looks at him, he's like, "There's something in those trees. There's something out there. Man, it ain't no man." I just freaking love that. It's just spooky how this thing just builds, how the film just keeps building. And also, I love the pacing, how again becomes fast-paced, but it slowly slows down a bit, but in a good way. And it slowly builds up this character, the Yautja character, how it's just killing all of these elite soldiers who barely got a scratch in the opening action scene. One by one, he just kills them like nothing. Hawkins, who's played by Shane Black, who directed The Predator, he's the first victim to go from the squad. And boy, oh boy, is that actually a damn good, pretty much a decent reveal. And it's super hard to kill the Predator, even though that there's many moments where they almost got the character in around the second act of the movie. Even though they get some blood out there from the Predator or the Yautja, he's still a hard creature to catch. Even though they try to fall for the traps, he's still hard to kill. Well, the third act, since you guys should know that spoilers ahead, and if I forgot to mention that, well, I left a little letter right there, that once everybody's gone, well, with the exception of Anna, how she's good looking for a chopper, get to the chopper. Yeah, this movie has a ton of iconic scenes. Freaking at the end of the movie, that's where a lot of the buildup gets freaking heavy, because Dutch wants to go head and get rid of the Yautja in a fair fight. And also, that's what I love about the themes, and I even say message of the movies, that you don't need high tech to defeat your opponent. All you gotta do is outsmart your opponent and use your wit. I also love the whole thing of that he uses outdated, how Arnold's character Dutch uses outdated technology to defeat the Predator. While the Predator, Yautja has high tech gear that it can easily kill someone, and he uses in the thermal visions, it does a lot of camouflage stuff like that. Arnold uses mud to camouflage himself into the environment and in the jungle, and also uses rocks, he uses knives, he uses sticks, bows and arrows, and a bit of the gunpowder just to outwit the Yautja, and even uses classic jungle traps just to fight the Predator, and it's amazing. I love it. And Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator, man, rest in peace, man. He's my favorite actor to play the Predator, and man, when the Predator is there, well, Yautja is there, he's amazing. Even if you don't see him, especially that waterfall scene when you finally get the best glimpse of it, it's just so freaking threatening to just see how big and tall he is, especially when he's one-on-one combat with Dutch. It's so crazy because Arnold's a big dude, but seeing a guy that's bigger than him, man, I was a little kid that watched this film, and man, was I so intimidated by the Yautja. I also love how it's, again, how he uses stealth and stuff like that, and also how sneaky it just reveals itself, how it slowly shows the Yautja. And I also love how cocky the freaking Yautja is. I like that one scene where Carl Weathers Dylan looks at the trees, and you finally see a full body look, just a little glimpse of full body look in the trees. I actually kind of took it as the Yautja just taunting him, like, hey, yeah, now you see me, now you don't, you're not gonna catch me. I like that. I just like how cocky the Yautja is, but it also has pride and honor. When you think Dutch is fine, he's actually gonna die, the Yautja just sets him down and he reveals the mask, and that face scared the shit out of me as a kid. And also, uncredited Peter Cullen, he actually did a lot of the voices, especially the little noises that he makes. It's so cool. Optimus Prime doing a lot of the voice and sound effects for the Predator is amazing. And getting back to the face reveal, man, oh man, it's just so great. I also love how the Predator knows that Dutch is a worthy opponent, and so I want to give this worthy opponent the honorable death. And just the way that it just mocks and impersonates, because it records your voice, especially the scene where Billy laughs, he just records Billy's voice, and he also uses a lot of other people's voices just to lure its prey. It's awesome. And that final fuck you nuke blow up at the end, I just love that the Yautja is basically like, well, I mean, you defeated me, but I have one more trick up my sleeves, and I'm gonna take you down with me. I just love the Yautja in this movie. It's go big or go home, And one last thing, I just love the score. I just love the score of Alan Silvestri, because man, he creates an iconic score for this film, and man, when the music it hits, man. I just love Alan Silvestri's score. I actually have it on vinyl. I have the Camel Blood version of it. I might just show off my vinyl record collection someday. But yeah, this film actually, has great suspense, great thrills, great pacing, great characters. I love all the characters. They're such badasses. Everybody from Jesse the Body Ventura, even Hawkins, Shane Black's character, who he uncreditedly co-wrote and fine-tuned some of the script. Again, I'll get to the Predator at the end of reviewing the entire Predator franchise. But yeah, Hawkins is really good. He has some pretty, funny lines here and there about the big pussy sign. Billy, the Native American character, he's really freaking cool. Bill Duke's Mac, man, that guy is just awesome. Has a flask of whiskey. You even feel bad for when Jesse Ventura's character dies. Man, he also has a razor, which he has no facial hair, but it's just cool. It's just funny and cool to see him use it. Jesse Ventura is really cool, man. He's just a badass, especially when he just says that sexual tyrannosaurus scene. That line, my bad. And Carl Weathers' character, man, Dylan, he's a cool ass dude. Even though that he did that bullshit thing by setting Dutch and the squad up for that, well, he's still a badass, man. He also has a badass death, really. Man, it's awesome. And Anna, dude, she's cool. You can tell that she can hold up on her own. And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Dutch, he has the best one-liners of all time. Kills a freaking Colombian soldier that works with the Soviet Union, or with the Soviets. Stick around. I freaking love that, man. I just love that. But yeah, the action is great. The horror elements are great. Yeah, and even the Yautja, even when you look deep into it, has a damn good lore. So if I were to rate the film, of course, I would give it a perfect 5 out of 5. In my opinion, it's a masterpiece. John McTiernan, man, you did good. So tune in next time, or in the near future, when I review Predator 2, an underrated movie, mind you. It actually doesn't deserve the hate that it gets, in my opinion. So I thank you guys so much for watching my video. So this is JAVIWOOD, my production, signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed the show.